Hey guys, Token Vaping. So today's juice review is going to be on another flavor from FSOC, 50 Shades of Custard. So as you can tell by the name, they are a custard-based line, and their flavor is going to be centered around their vanilla custard that they are known for. I am saving that one towards the end just because I want to do a build-up, and that was one that I really wanted to try from this line. So the one that we are trying today, the name of it is Kassandra, and it is their key lime pie with custard. And this is their box. It just has the FSOC for 50 Shades. It has the name and then the flavor profile, the amount of nicotine in it, which is a 3. Then it has all their social media, and then it's a 70-30 mix in a 60 ml bottle. So the bottle itself basically is going to look like that. There is Kassandra, and it is the key lime, and then has all the standard warning and safety levels or labels that is needed on these bottles. So as you can tell, it does have a security lock, which does lock underneath, so you can do this all day and it's not going to open. It is child safety, so you do have to push down and twist, and you will hear the little snap of it like that, and that pops open. And then it does have the little nozzle tip that does make it really convenient to work into your cotton, so it makes it easier to direct it where you want it to go. And as always, the cotton that I do use, Texas Tough Cotton, Tough Wicks, just works really well for me. Always has. I've been using it for quite a while now. If you've watched my reviews, it's definitely one that I always try to use. As you can tell, always have fresh cotton for you guys, because what better way to get flavor out of that? So we're going to go ahead and drip this into the cotton. And as always, there are certain things that I try to look for in a flavor. I don't know about everybody else, because everybody is different. Everybody's taste preferences and their palate is different. So some people will pick up stuff more than others. Some may not pick it up as much, or it may not bother them as much. So in a key lime pie, obviously it's going to have lime, and that's going to be the base flavor for that. But it's also supposed to have the pie flavor as well. There is going to be, now this mixed in with custard, it should have a custard or a smoothness to it. Maybe you can pick up part of the crust flavor as well. The one thing that I am definitely looking for is to see how strong the lime flavor is. If it's going to have a really strong lime citrusy flavor, for me that's not always a winner, because it's not supposed to be a straight lime flavor. It's supposed to be a key lime pie flavor, so it's meant to have more of a desserty type flavor. The lime should have a prominence in it, but it should not be the sole star flavor of that. Just because if you've ever had a key lime pie, it's not the main thing. That's not the only thing you taste. It's going to be I should say it is the main flavor, but it's not going to be all that you taste. So there are other elements into that flavor. So we're going to try this out, and we're going to see. This is Kassandra from 50 Shades of Custard. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a re-drip, and as you all know from watching my videos, I do this purposely because I want to make sure that sometimes, especially with new cotton, that you may not taste something right away until it has time to break into the cotton. But on the same argument, you might taste too much of something because it hasn't had time to break into the cotton and mellow out. So I definitely want to make sure that what I'm telling you as far as my opinion of the flavor is based on as much of the flavor as I can possibly get, and it's not based on just 1 or 2 hits and then find out later on that this was too strong to begin with, and I said that it was, but then find out that it's not. So just bear with me here a second, and we're going to find out how this holds up. Okay, so number one, my main goal in trying to figure this out, as I told you, was I wanted to see how strong the lime flavor was. It is not. It does not have a super strong harshness to it. It does not have that really strong bite of a citrus flavor. Sometimes when you're vaping citrus, you kind of get that throat hit to it because of the way that citrus comes out in flavors. Do not get that with this. A lot of it, I'm going to put it towards the custard aspect, and that's what helps smooth this out, so that you basically do get more of a pie flavor with this, with the lime being the accenting flavor, and that's what makes it different than just a standard custard or a regular pie. But it's definitely a lot smoother than I was expecting. It is a lot more mellow. You do get the lime. It does have a very nice smoothness throughout the vape. The after exhale of it is definitely going to be more on the custard side, so you get that smoothness that the lime blends into. The undertone, now some people may pick it up, some people may not, but the undertone, I get a very slight hint of like a crust or the shell of the pie itself. I don't know if that's intentional. Whether it is or not, that's what I atone that to, or attribute that to, excuse me, so that it kind of gives it an all-around flavor, like you took a forkful of, a bite out of a key lime pie, but you tried to make sure you got everything out of it. Now, if you are a fan of key lime pie, it doesn't taste specifically like it has the fluffiness that some of them have, that I have tried, and a lot of that I believe is going to be because of the custard, because the custard is a little bit heavier of a flavor. But in my opinion, that also is what helps smooths it out more and makes it more of a blended flavor, so that you get that overall vape flavor without it being too tangy or too sharp on the citrus. But you do get that smoothness, and since they are called 50 Shades of Custard, they do uphold the custard flavor. So it definitely is a smoothed out key lime flavor, but it's definitely something that I could see vaping on. Now, whether it would be my all-day vape like every day, I'm not a huge lime fan, but this definitely is one of the better iterations of that version of key lime pie that I have tried. But definitely check them out. As I said, their social media, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on Twitter. You can go straight to their website. The link is on their Instagram page as well. These are 60 milliliter bottles, as I stated. They are available in a 0, 3, and a 6, and it is a 70-30. So you're definitely going to get a very nice blended mixture of vape, cloud production, as well as flavor for people's preferences, depending on how they are with that. But for the most part, so far, both flavors that I reviewed so far, and I do have a few others to do from this line, they definitely uphold their custard aspect, and it definitely does help smooth out their flavor blends as far as I can tell at this point. So definitely check them out. As always, guys, thank you so very much for taking the time to watch this, especially with everything that's going on in the vaping industry. Real quick, just do as much as you can. We've got to be heard. We've got to fight. We have to continue fighting for ourselves, for our rights, for the ability to stay off of cigarettes and other tobacco products, and to help better ourselves. So don't ever keep yourself from not fighting. Always let your voice be heard. Always truly love yourself, and never give up. Vape on, vape strong, and I'll talk to you later.